Give me a second to set everything up, and Moto, if you could please, ever so much, do me the greatest of favors, and set game to FateGrandOtter, please. I will be most appreciative. We're gonna do voice acting the video game. Yeah. Set game to FateGrandOtter, please. We're gonna have ourselves a fated time. We're going back to India. As soon as I can figure out where this court is, that's when we're heading to India. Didn't realize I had to plan a court for this flight. Hey you. Nope, wrong one. Kids, this is why you always clean up your cords. Don't be like Captain, and don't do it. And then everybody gets really upset. Alright. Plug in this sucker in. Oh, goodness. Alright. Open up the game capture. Open up game capture. Open it up. The game capture. Hey you. Wrong window. Hey. Do the thing. Hey, there we go. Your cords are a nightmare. Whose current banner? Someone, if you might like to download it. I can take a look at the current banner. Ba-ba-da. I have not logged into today, so. Alright. Current banner. There's, of course, I think still the option of trying to get Loli Da Vinci as the 4th anniversary banner. Sage Court Summon is the normal for Babylonia. That's the other one. Story. And then just friend point summons. So that's the usual one. Back like we never left the BB. Yeah, no. They run. Oh, you meant the My Hero Academia? Currently, the limited one is Stain. I will show you guys that at another point in time. It was Aizawa, and it was absolutely the reason why I dropped $100, $100+ dollary dues, was because I like Eraserhead. I'm an Eraserhead fan myself. But let us get back to woke up. We gotta change. Hey Moto, you wanna do me a favor and change the title thing of the stream? You can change the title, because we are no longer playing Starbound with Dr. Lexia. But it is up to you if you want to make a cool, funny title. Time to working on it. Okay. I'm just like over here. I'm like, all right, Moto, time to work. Psh, psh. I'm being awful now. I promise you won't have to work this hard ever again. I don't plan on swapping all the time. But time for us to return. Oh my goodness! Creepkey. Welcome aboard to the SS Otterworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Mwah. Category should be set to Fate/GrandOtter, and that should be it. A Grand/Orderly time. You know what? Moto, I like it. 10 out of 10. I appreciate it. Moto, that's what I appreciate about you. Copy pasta did fuck up. Copy pasta. Look, Twitch is made out of spaghetti code. It is about the consistency of League code, which is essentially nothing. Okay. Alright. Bye-byes! Bye-bye, Sin! Bye-bye! Mwah! I hope you have a good day at work, okay? Bye-bye! You're saving up your points for the fatal combo with anybody you collab with. What's the fatal combo? I don't even know what the fatal combo is. Like, all I can imagine is just like it's the Ada one. Like, that's it. Something with Ada. That's it. Yandere ASMR. ASMR, Yandere in their brain. Got it. You know what? That's fair. That's a fair combination. You just want me to never get invited to other people's collabs anymore. That's a surefire way to do it. Except for maybe Nemo. But then I can't yandere somebody who's much better at it than myself. Slap a bit of the one-sama in there maybe. Just mix up a little of everything. Just have a good time. Alright. I experienced the Kali Yuga, ending several times after the Asvatasman was taken from me. Felt the light of creation wrapping up in a tight embrace, just as powerless to do anything as the people absorbed their worthless prayers. As long as the god of this world doesn't consider you defective, at least there's no pain. You don't feel it. The light just keeps getting brighter, blinding you, and even numbing you with the passage of time. The next thing you know, you're right back where you started, only everything around you has been changed. I don't know why the locals make that of that experience, but it was awful enough for me to make me almost vomit. I'd rather stick my head inside a festering dead body, or kiss a pile of excrement from a prison cell without plumbing. Those options may be revolting, but at least I wouldn't have to be so frightened. So, while I hate to admit it, when that light finally subsided, I found myself standing there. I would be relieved that I had void being taken away, but it was never long after my relief turned into worry, to the point that I could barely even think straight. Maybe I just got lucky this time. What about next time, or the time after that? Thank you, James. Thank you so much for the supportive vibes. I always appreciate them. Thank you. Mwah! There you go. Kissy for you. Supportive vibes your way. Mm-hmm. If you saved up 75k, you could do Ada Yandere ASMR. Oh my. That would be a combination. That's a nuke. That is an otter-shaped nuke, is what you would let off. That would be not a de-escalation of a situation. That would be a highly more escalating of a situation. People would die. There would be strangers running through the streets, crying, screaming, afraid. But it would be a good time for like 5 minutes. Danger level extreme. Yep. So in retrospect, it was inevitable I would take action like this sooner or later. I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm not the one who's doing it. It's not me. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. I didn't start it. Your paws are too short to lock your door? Well, I guess that means you don't get to lock your door. This time, I managed to avoid the light by escaping to the reverse side of the world, so I thought I might feel differently now, but surprisingly, nothing has changed. C. Brown 007, welcome aboard the SS Otterworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Upon laying eyes to the new world of this cycle, I felt the same things as I always have. Loathing and discomfort. To use more contemporary slang, I can't even with this world. I just cannot even. I guess its God bothers me even more than I expected. In many ways, it's a perfect world. And yet, it's also just so unbearable. Are we dead? If so, heaven's actually pretty good this time. Woo-hoo! The air smells sweet. There's water and flowers everywhere you look. There's calm and gentle breeze. What is this place? Want to know what the most surprising part is? You are standing in literally the same spot that we zero sailed from. Our location didn't change. The rest of the entire world did, however. Thankfully, there are no hostilities in the immediate area. Let's begin by paying another visit to the town of Bichu. Is something wrong? Pepe? You look kind of angry. Oh, what's that? You're just how soft and smooth my skin is. Why? It's all the upkeep, hun. Remember, lotion, moisturize. Do not forget your morning routine. And drink plenty of water. Hydration, honey. Hydration! Unlike Miss Never Change Akuta, I actually have to work to make sure I look this good. Go on, feel how supple my cheeks are for yourself. They are my pride and joy, after all. You know? That's okay. Oh, silly. There's no need to be shy. But anywho, going to visit that town next sounds dandy. The topography, the plant life changes that come with the new year are all just surface level details. The thing that changed the most after what Arjuna did will be the people. Alright, let's go check them out. I hope nothing bad happened to him. I say, as though I know absolutely something terrible probably happens. Understood, but make sure to keep the porter's location in mind at all times from now on. Well, I don't want us to ever have to run for our lives like that again, if we can help it. Got it. Yo, what up? This place is so pretty! Everything's got, like, food and flowers. And is that a Ganesha statue? Boo-boo-boo! Wow, there's not even a single brick out of place now. Like, in fact, this is exactly what the town looked like when I first came to this world. I can't believe it. It's like the Kali never attacked at all. What in the world is going on? Then there are the people going about their lives. They look all happy now. They're practically beaming. Great. Look who it is. Goodness, you are all okay. This is wonderful news, just wonderful. This truly must be God's will. All is right with world once again. Oh no, that's not quite right, is it? First, I owe you an apology. No matter how dire the circumstances were at the time, I should have never spoken to you. I know I won't be enough to truly make amends, but I will be including you in all of my prayers from now. I only ask that you please not hold what I said against the people of this lovely town. What? Yesterday he wanted to run us out of town, and now he's happy to see us. What the actual fuck? Woohoo! Yeah, I'm thinking he feels pretty bad about what he said. I mean, people do say really bad stuff when they're about to die, and he was pretty scared of dying. Didn't you say we were godless heretics you wanted nothing to do with? Do not be ridiculous. The fact that you are here now is proof that you overcame the last Yuga's difficulties with us. That makes you one of us now. You are one of our friends, our family, our Ohana. Wait, that's Hawaiian, not Indian. And not only that, today is blessed day of first Karta Yuga, the Yuga of peace. Are you hungry? If you like, you are welcome to come and eat with me in my mansion. Or would you prefer some fine ornaments for the young ladies? We also have plenty of beautiful flowers. Thanks, but I'm Gucci. Good. Gucci, Prada, Dolce & Gabbana. Good. Yes, I'm afraid we have some pressing business we needed to take care of. I appreciate the offer, but really we should be on our way. I see. Well, that is a pity. I was hoping to introduce you to the rest of the townspeople. Oh, by the way, the mansion is over there. Is my house, and I'm afraid it ended up in that big on account of my being a mare. It's very embarrassing living somewhere as ostentatious as that, but it is not without meaning. Yeah, you can post art. There's actually a thing for crew art in the Discord. Feel free to post any art that you make in crew art. It doesn't have to be me, but any art that you make from the crew, go ahead and slap it down. Mwah! Please feel free to come and visit whenever you have time. You will always be welcome in my home. Good day. Bye, dude. What the heck? I have, like, never seen somebody go from a jerkwad to a sweetheart in, like, no time flat. He seemed elated. It's probably because the Kurta Yugas, the Yuga of happiness, tends to make most of the locals friendly and kind-hearted. Though, of course, I'm sure there are exceptions. You guys again. Oh, Master, it's Aishi. He doesn't seem any different, though, now than he did before. Totally random question. Do I like dogs? I like them from afar. I think they're pretty from afar, but I'm actually scared of them if they, like, come within 5 feet of me. Because I have been attacked by multiple dogs. Like, throughout my life. So, like, I'm wary about dogs and birds. Like, they don't like me. Sadly. But I hope that answers your question. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I'm a little wary. I'm not judging either way. I'm just surprised by how simply hearing him click his tongue again has made me feel relieved. And then there's... Ah! It's you guys! This is such a surprise! So you made it to the new Yuga, huh? That's great! In the past, my fingers were about to be bitten off by a doggo. Yep. Sometimes people do not train their pets properly. And sometimes stray dogs are very scary. That's the end of it. Yes, it wasn't easy, but we did make it. And I'm glad to see that you're okay too, Aisha. I sure am! I prayed extra hard! So I didn't even get hurt at all! I see, that's wonderful. But speaking of hurt, is your dog, is Vihan okay? He hurt his leg before, the Kali Yuga, right? I don't see him with you. Huh? Who's Vihan? Who's Rem? I understand now. I do. Alright, time for more murder. Because you know what I love. Murder. Oh, Mash, there's no need to be sad. Alright, it should be safe to discuss now what we've come this far. What is the meaning of this? The world runs on the Yuga cycle, but needless to say, aren't proper Yugas. The real Kurta Yuga, or Satra Yuga, depending on who you ask, is supposed to last 4,800 years. And then the Treta Yuga is supposed to last for 3,600 years, the Deprata Yuga for 2,400. Goodbye, Ace! I hope you have a super great day! Mwah! And the Kali Yuga for 1,200. And on top of that, these are in God years, which one is equivalent to 360 human years. Suffice it to say, we're talking about a really long cycle, honey. Whereas in this world, it would seem that only the ratios have been preserved, given that each yuga is apparently 4, 3, 2, and 1 day long, respectively. That's right, but the people I've talked to here said things weren't always like this. It used to be that the Yuga cycle lasted for hundreds of years, or maybe even longer. So that's what this world was like immediately after it was pruned away and became a lost belt. Right, I'm sure the period where the Khalid would show up had been proportionally out longer back then. But I'd also bet they'd show up much less frequently than they do now. Otherwise, the people here would have gone extinct long ago. But over time, the cycle got shorter and shorter, and now only it lasts 10 days. I have to think that a drastically shortened cycle is why that there's so many more Kali now. They used to only be let out a bit at a time, but now the floodgates have been opened, so to speak. Well, why did Arjuna shorten the Yuga cycle so much? Part of this is thanks to that disciple pouring poison in his ear, like I had said earlier. And part of it is the Tree of Emptiness has given him power that he didn't have before. That lets him do so. Yes, I know that it only addresses the how and not the why. I'm getting to that. I think the reason he sped things up so much is just to reach whatever end he has in mind for all of us. That much faster, just snap, snap, snap. In short, it looks like he's in a rush to create a perfect world. His perfect world. Yeah, what do you mean? Okay, now I can finally answer that question that's been plaguing all of you. What exactly happened earlier? The answer is that it's that something unique Arjuna does, something that isn't meant to happen in a normal Yuga. Whenever one of these shortened Yuga cycles comes to an end, he purges everything he considers defective and unnecessary from the world. He believes that by repeating the process over and over and over, he'll eventually arrive at the perfect world devoid of anything that it shouldn't have, or, as he thinks of it, evil. Damn, that's one hell of a destination. I see, so purging this must include living things, not just inanimate objects. Right, and as far as I can tell, when the living thing is purged, it's like it never even existed. So that's what happened to the poor dog that couldn't... So that is what happened to the poor dogs that couldn't run after breaking its leg. I can't believe it. Aisha loved that dog more than anyone, or anything, and now she doesn't even remember him. Yeah, like that's harsh. It happens to anyone who's unlucky enough to be killed by the Kali, too. That's sort of a disqualifying offense. Same goes with people who end up as social pariahs, or if Arjuna himself ends up judging you to be flawed. When the next Yuga rolls around, they just cease to exist. It might sound contradictory, but I think Arjuna adjusts for things like that whenever he remakes the world. I see. That would explain how continuity and discontinuity can exist simultaneously in this new Yuga. Welcome, Babula, to the SS Otherworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. For example, Aisha may have completely forgotten her beloved dog, but she still remembered all of you. But how does one such thing even work? I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you that blabbermouthed disciple of the foreign god said. He said Arjuna collects every bit of data that makes up the world, whatever he blows away, kind of like a snapshot. Then when it's time to begin a new Kurta Yuga, he uses the data, and let's call it snapshot A, to reassemble the world. He puts everything back together and removes all of the elements that he deemed defective and unnecessary, like little blemishes in the picture. And in the end, his has a whole new world based on the snapshot A, but reflecting the changes he made. Oh, I get it. He's a cheater. He's basically hacking his save data, changing the parameters to suit his preference before reloading. Cheaters! The scum of gamers everywhere. Don't they know that hacking saves takes the fun out of it? Like, where's the challenge? He's not doing this to have fun. All he cares about is making the world that he considers to be a perfect world. A world consisting of only what's truly necessary and nothing wasted nor evil to be found. Now I know what genre he's playing too. He's into 4X games. Girl, what the hell are you talking about? A 4X game is like a simulation where the player just sets the initial parameters and then the world sort of plays out from there. And if you are a cheater, it's something that happens in your sim that you don't like. Say if an enemy nation takes you by surprise and invades you. You save your game, hack your data, reload, and it's like the enemy nation that was bothering you never even existed. That's like the kind of thing we're talking about here, right? Like Arjuna's just doing it like over and over and over until he like wins. I swear, what's the point of even playing if you're just gonna cheat to win? Death to cheaters, that's what I say. I think I have an understanding of what's going on here. Burm the sequel. Currently we are playing FateGrandOtter. We are playing Lost Belt 4, which is the Lost Belt for India. Essentially, the God Juna is breaking and remaking the world as he sees fit over and over in a span of 10 days. And he is trying to get rid of anything that he deems as unnecessary or evil in his eyes. And we are trying to fight him. And this is kind of a story-based gacha game. And I am doing all the voice acting for it. Video game analogies aside, if it's true, it sounds like Arjuna really isn't remaking the world from scratch every time he resets the cycle then. Instead, he's basically treating the world like a model, adding new parts and removing old ones. Then it would stand to reason that, strictly speaking, the people here may not be dying, but being brought back to life. Nothing has ever made more sense in Fate than this moment and her explanation! Yeah, no, it is. It actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, essentially, Gajuna is just playing Civilization 5, but in a span of like 10 days and like super fast. And he's like, I don't like that, time to reload. I don't like that, I'm changing the parameters, time to reload. Over and over again, and we're trying to stop him. I mean, that's fair. Most things with Fate is just like, you're just there for the ride. Don't try and think too hard about it. Unless you want to get deep down into the lore, and then you're just like, alright, I'm gonna be down in here for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Don't need me to explain all Fate lore. Welcome, Gray Raid to the SS Otterworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follows. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it. Grab a chair, pull it up, get comfy. We are doing voice acting the video game. Fate bullocks move along. Nothing to see here. It's Fate stuff. Just be along for the ride. Captain makes funny voices. The game. Sometimes actual combat happens. Yeah, it seems more likely that everything is down to their souls being saved as data, and that their memories are being modified when they're put back into the new world. And if that's the case, we're talking about much more smaller scale feat than creating an entire universe from nothing. It's still a big freaking deal, don't get me wrong. But if Arjuna's got every Indian divinity and support from the Tree of Emptiness, it's theoretically possible. I am beginning to see a bit of the larger picture. There is something about this Lost Belt that almost reminiscent of a singularity. The Russian, Scandinavian, Chinese Lost Belts we've seen so far were all the result of a world where some definitive event happened in the respective past to dramatically change the course of history. But this Indian Lost Belt is still in the middle of its definitive event. It's like it just keeps repeating the definitive event over and over and over again. Here, its king is continually trying to evolve this world by regularly recreating it with parameters that would be unthinkable in proper human history. While he has yet to reach his goal of a perfected world, I suspect the reason that this world was pruned is that very act of trying to change it in such a manner was considered a mistake. What is it, Director Gordoff? If you have any questions, please go right ahead. Do you ever shut up? I don't mind if you're explaining things, but I insist you do so concisely in a report that I can read at my leisure. You just gave me flashbacks to one of my teachers in my clock tower days, who would lecture me for what felt on days on end. Who cares if the people here are technically dying or not when this world is remade? The part that actually matters is that we will die if we get caught in that. I suppose you do have a point. Of course I do. Now then, I say as we pivot this discussion to a more practical matters, namely, how do we stay safe and what is our next course of action? You there, Pepperoncino. It's the only by my good graces you're running around the outside instead of being confined into the border under lock and key. Now repay the favor by telling us something that we can use, damn it! Something you can use? Well, I guess I can think of one thing. Pulling off a feat that massive takes quite a lot out of Arjuna, so he isn't able to move around as much. Now, don't mean that in a long stretch of time in the end at the Kali Yugas when he charges up as that noble phantasm. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure that unlike most servants, he doesn't do much of anything the rest of the time. I guess he just doesn't have access to the energy he would need to do that more than to ride that, Vimana of his. I think that's how he spends most of his time, just riding around in the Tree of Emptiness on his Vimana. Of course, he might just look like he's spacing out up there, but I'm sure he's actually keeping a very close eye out for the next bit of evil to purge. Welcome, Super Austin 7, to the SS Otterworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. It's probably got something to do with containing the many powerful divinities within himself. It would also explain why he seems so devoid of personality. But then, isn't that exactly why he would need the other servants to handle other things for him? As Vatasman did say... Yeah! Angie Boy did say something about that. Oop. That's not good. I have lost signal. 1 second. Nope. Are we good? Nope, not good. Nope. There we go. Now I'm back. Now we're back. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything and it just stopped working for a second. Scuff aboard. Hi, Yui. How are you doing today? We fixed it. Fuck it, we fixed it in post. Yeah, he did. I think he sold himself, what was it? Lokapala? Lokapola? Blue? Stream went well. We actually beat, Starbound with Dr. Luxia today. And for the rest of the, time, for the next, hour and 45 minutes, I was like, let's do FateGrandOtter. Let's get a little bit farther. So on Wednesday we can have some more FateGrandOtter time. Go a little bit farther each time. Eventually we will finish. Lost Belt 4. Lokapala, the original Indian mythology, Lokapala were said to protect the world. They were guardians in all directions. Though I didn't know what that could mean. We know now that we know who their Neza is now. But who are the other two servants? I'm afraid I don't know. I was already on the outs with Arjuna when he got around to summoning them. By that time, he had just considered me an outsider I didn't need to worry about, though. Since I am Asvatasman's former master, he did tell his servant to eliminate me if they did happen to see me. Suffice to say, I have no idea what their true names are, though I do get a feeling that they're an archer and a caster. I think I could make an educated guess, but there's no point in speculation at this point. We need solid info. Yes, we have new emotes. They came yesterday. Snoo Senpai. All new emotes. You got new emotes, bud. Enjoy them. Yeah, our new emotes were done by Chini Bunny. Moto, if you're there. Never mind. Actually, I could probably do this one myself. I can do a shout out to Chini Bunny. Shout out. Chini Bunny. Who did all of our wonderful new emotes. They're ready. And they're for everybody. We've been waiting a couple months for them. We got them now. They came in now. So thank you everybody for your patience, because they are absolutely worth it. Look how great they are. Please enjoy them. I love the brig one. Yeah, look. That's got the perfect thing of fear. Yeah, Summer 3 rerun starts again. I am excited for Summer 3 rerun. I'm not gonna pull anything, But I am excited to get more stuff out of it, just because I really liked that event. It was a good one. But I'm looking forward to Summer 4 event. Summer 4, August, Merlin. I will have it. You're waiting for that quiet crying wallet emote? I will draw you a crying wallet. I will draw that at some point. We will do a draw stream spoon, because I have to get a new iPad, because this one does not have all the data. I have lost a lot of the data. I can't really keep all the stuff that I have on it. So CSP stuff got moved to my desktop, and then it will be moved to the new iPad after I buy a new one. Also, welcome aboard, P. Chu, Paul, Y, to the SS Otherworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Mwah! Yeah, we'll do more drawing. Once the new iPad comes in, we'll do more drawing. I think I could make an educated guess, but there's still no point in speculation. At this point, we need solid info. Well, this seems to be a good time to tell you that those servants are not only enemies that we face here. There are also the sacred beasts, the mystical creatures that people refer to as the agents of God. Although they're primitive guardian beasts, Junior made to counteract the Kali, they manifest naturally. And since there are almost no Kali during the peaceful Khaturiya Yuga, the beasts are supposed to just wander about like normal little animals. What do you mean supposed to? Oh my, you're even a better listener than I took you for. Attentiveness is a wonderful quality, you know. Oh shit! Sacred beasts! I guess that means Arjuna really doesn't want us here then. Oh, so of course they attack us with on sight now. Just like the Kali. You said these beasts wander around just like ordinary animals, yes? Then we clearly can't let our guard down just because the Khaturiya Yuga is here now. Still, I don't know if the sunshine or what, but my body feels a bit lighter. Shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'll show you guys how well I can hold my own in a fight. Or at least I hope I'll be able to. Alright, time for the smackdown. Time for your boy, Edmond Dantes, to lay the good smackdown. Scuff looping time, go! Aw, man! I hate this. They have two. They have two, not three. You know what? I'm gonna at least try. It's only a 2. So it might be okay. Y'all suck. This is because you don't want me to do no loops. You guys suck. Time to kill ponies. They're dead ponies. Edmond Dantes, don't give a fuck. Is there static in the background? You know what? Here, let me... You know, if that static's gonna go on, we don't really need the, that, and we can turn on Spotify instead. Because it's not like necessarily you get that much more enjoyment out of the sound effects other than just Edmond Dantes make laugh. But yeah, there's some reason there's a lot of static going on, and I don't know why. I think that's kind of maybe involving what happened earlier with me just like losing signal completely, that it's just upsetty spaghetti at everything. Alright, now we got that good stuff going on. Yeah! Triple green. Green means go, baby! Green go, burr. Thank you so much for the Atawata. I will, in fact, get some Atawata. There we go. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Udu. Alright, no battles. Time to just talk. Talking simulator. Okay, now that we've gone over things that generally work in this Lost Belt, what do you think of it? I think it sucks, bruh! I mean, I don't necessarily feel so bad about the dog. I just think that it sucks. Like, everything turns to shit on, like, day 5. Yeah, you know what? Not a fan. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Terrible Airbnb. Me neither. Aisha and Vihan looked so happy, like they were the best of friends. They were like family. And I am positive that it had nothing to do with how well Vihan could or couldn't run. It didn't matter how well he could hunt or stand guard either. As far as Aisha was concerned, she just loved him and wanted him to stay by her side. Ooh. Yeah. Sad about the dog. So the god of this world just erased their relationship for his own reasons. What happens to the love she had for him? All the happiness she felt when they were together? Where does it go? Don't know. Hi, Jacob. Hello. Amazing. The same girl who used to resemble nothing so much as a living doll, expounding on love. Oh, this is just precious. I think I'm gonna cry. Although I wonder what Barrel would say if he saw this new mash. Allow me to offer some criticism of this world from a different perspective. I'm sure it's been some time since the calendar meant anything to the world, but for the purposes of our discussion, let's say the year here is 2021. And as I'm sure you're aware from visiting a nearby town, civilization here has not advanced anything as far as in proper human history. This is not to say I've only valued prestigial aged advances, that I have no appreciation for life lived in harmony with nature. I assure you, neither is true. I am merely saying that civilization as a whole has clearly not progressed here as compared to proper human history. That aspect alone is enough for me to declare this world a far cry from anything approaching the ideal. The march of civilization is stalled here just like in the Chinese Lost Belt, albeit for very different reasons. And it hardly needs saying, but I don't like the way this god does things. Either cheaters get permabanned, that's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta say. And on another note, is anything okay, Rama? Like, something on your mind? I just realized something. Arjuna has obtained every Indian divinity in this Lost Belt history, right? Then that would mean Saita is one of them. Really? Right now? Just as I am an avatar of Vishnu, Saita is an avatar of Vishnu's consort, Lakshmi. Of course, that doesn't mean they're one and the same, but they're certainly close enough, so then... what should I do? What else? I have to save her. That's who I am, and it's my very reason for existing. So love is your main motivator for defeating Arjuna. Well, that is beautiful. What do you think of Arjuna? Pepe? Oh, me? Like I said, I thought he and his world were a dead end the moment I met him. Can't get much further from my type than this version of Arjuna. He might be a pretty face, but that soul of his is ugly as sin. Master, there may not be any need for me to say this, but please let me say it anyway. Pepe is a good person, and I believe we can trust him. I think we should work together with him on this. Yeah, no, I love this bitch. Bitch, I love you. You're great. You're fashionable. You're sassy. 10 out of 10. You are the only good thing about this Lost Belt, sir. You. Just you. That's it. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, you two. Nonetheless, the fact remains that you are in fact a crypto. Are you truly about to let your assigned Lost Belt be destroyed? What would that say to the others? Why, I'd just say, I did my best, but it wasn't good enough. Oopsie. I don't want to get on their bad side either. I'm just going with the flow here.
Well, I trust you even less now. You're so easygoing. Why did you join the cryptors in the first place? You could have just turned them down from the start.
Well, that was a cruel thing to say.
Oh, here's where we get the explanations. Circumstantial change confirmed. I have a proposal for you chosen ones. An offer for those of you who were cast aside. If you desire acclamation, then choose rebirth. If you desire indolence, then choose your eternal sleep. It makes no difference to a god.
I didn't want to have to tell you this, but we didn't really have any choice. Thawing the coffins might not sound like a big deal, but it's basically like recovering dead bodies. We were all dead in there. We weren't going to break up from that darkness. But then the foreign god came and told us, you may live as a crypto or die as a master. And that was that.
Yeah, finally somebody says it to everybody else. Honestly, I don't even know who or what this foreign god is.
Krishtara seems like he does, but he's not one to talk. All I know is in exchange for being given new life, we were to be thrown into this newly wiped clean world. Then put in charge of growing our respective flow spells and Tree of Emptiness. Of course, I know we betrayed all of mankind when we chose to leave our coffins as cryptors, so I'm not under any illusion that we're the real victims here. I even admit that I thought this game to see who would get to be king of the world sounded a little fun. Whatever will it be? You know, I have an old friend of mine. If he were here now, he'd probably say something like, you guys were just unlucky. Still, there's nothing to be gained from cursing your fate. And besides, I was already getting bored with it. So I'm just going to do the best I can and try not to throw my life away for nothing. I'm not going to sell out my fellow cryptors, and I have no desire to fight all of you to the death either. And since that works out for both of us, isn't that good enough for now? Then, does that mean that nobody on Team A willingly chose to side with the foreign god?
Oh, I don't know about all of us, but me, Kurdock, and Ophelia sure didn't.
Oh wait, I guess Ophelia's kind of an exception.
She swore to become a crypto for her own very personal reasons.
Then, please, just tell me one thing. Where does this name, Cryptors, come from? Is it a code name for something? Did the foreign god give it to you?
No way! You're really bringing that up now. Oh, right. I just remembered. You never knew this, did you, Meshi? Oh, now it all makes sense.
The name Cryptors comes from director Maresbury. The title is given to the special masters who are chosen for Team A. Dearie.
Anywho, let's talk about exactly how we can go about beating Arjuna. 'Cause I'll be honest, I've got nothing.
So it's up to you.
This is no laughing matter. He even shrugged off my noble phantasm like it was nothing. Although I now understand why. It's because the very divine essence is just that strong. There may be no trick or magicraft involved. It's just what he is. Plain and simple.
Jeez! So he even cheats by just existing? How in the world are we even supposed to beat him?
Honestly, you're in much worse shape to fight him now that Carney's out of the picture. I just don't see how Ganesha here could ever fill his shoes, no matter how hard she tries.
Hey, you don't have to rub it in. Believe me, I am well aware.
So we look for Ganesha number 2, Electric Boogaloo. True, there could be well enough another rogue servant here. If we could find them and win them over, it would be the fastest and surest way of bolstering our ranks. That would be great. That would be great, but it's still a big if.
Well, if there's anybody like Ganesha around here, there's a good chance that somebody in town might know about them. Why don't we head back to the beach again and see what we can find out?
Sounds good to me, dearie. Then what are we waiting for? Like they say, no road is long enough with good company. and it's best to make hay while the sun still shines. Yeah! Don't worry about that thing. I'll make sure we never run into the out of things to talk about along the way. I'm so very personable. I can't say that was actually a concern.
That's right. We were together.
And now we've had a wonderful time. Mash is sad. Mash is having moral conflictions. Yep.
We didn't have any choice.
That's right. I'd forgotten that. Everyone had their reasons for making the choices they did. That's why things ended up like this. Kurdok and Ophelia and Akuta, these are some of the other cryptors that we had defeated. There is some new cryptors, Kichara, Beryl, Daybolt. Those are the other ones that we have yet to see. Nice people. Not so nice people. People who weren't interested in me. People who weren't interested in me. They're just people. I know everyone on Team A. I'd forgotten I knew that. I only just remembered that they were also people who just lived in Chaldea. Because the game wants to prep her in more depression. Like, every time we destroy one of these Lost Belts, essentially all the people inside the Lost Belt die. And they're just like, all right, time to pepper on some more. Like, yeah, you want your world of human proper history to live because it's technically what's bad. You know, what's best for the world. And all these other places are kind of bad. Yeah, you know what? How about we sprinkle in some depression? Mash being sad, part 138. Yeah, Mash is sad a lot. Mash is like a lot of like moral things that like she thinks about all the time. And I'm like, girl, Socrates, it's a fucking cookie. Calm down. Like, I love you. I want to protect your smile. But at the same time, it's not that hard. Yes, you can be sad. But do you really have to have, like, a moral quandary about every little thing that we see? It is what it is. And you know what's best for, like, us to continue existing. So fight for it. Stop always being put on, like, the back burner. And always being sad about it, like, every 10 minutes. Like, it's like every time we enter a new Lost Belt, she just, like, hits by the sad bitch beam. Again. That's why, right now, Man, I would love her to go back to be just mad at Dad's lot. At least then it would be another emotional than sad bitch hours. If I was stronger, maybe I wouldn't be feeling so conflicted right now. If only I was a perfect demi-servant then. Girl, I will slap the shit out of you. Fool? Sorry, it's nothing. It looks like we're almost there. I'm already had an idea for who we can talk to first. It would be great if she knows something. Are you gonna be like, let's go talk to Asha? Yep. We're like, all right, time to get our information from the best source, a child. Other gods? I can't think of any. I guess you haven't heard anything then. Maybe just using the word God isn't the best way to go about it. Maybe just using the word God isn't the best way to go about it. Might be even better to take a different approach. We're looking for someone who is very much out of the place of this world. In other words, someone who finds this place as wrong as we do. If somebody like that exists, they'd probably be out fighting the Khalid regardless of what Yugid is. So the question is, we should be asking, is this? Here, little miss, let me put it to you this way. Have you heard of any rumors of any naughty heretics who don't obey your God's teachings? Oh, besides us, of course.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh man, why did I all of a sudden go? I don't know why the heck that happened. That was weird. I went see-through for a minute.
I was a ghost. Boo! Boo!
Boo! Alright. Oh! I think I know. I think the mayor would probably know something about that. Mars, enjoy your lyric, okay? Mwah! There you go.
Well, I wouldn't call them bad, exactly. Everything alive in this world is God's creation, after all. But I would say they're a bit too focused on wrong things, unfortunately. Nonetheless, I have heard there are people like that in the village on the other side of the mountain. I told they spend most of their time taking up weapons, fighting the Kali in defiance of God's teachings. They certainly do things differently than we do in Bichu, where we accept God's trials with piety and grace. But I suppose that is just the way they choose to live their lives. Alright, so we went to the wrong village.
It's still a bit shocking how much more amiable he is now compared to when we first met him.
Did you already get the wiggle reading?
Yes, I did. I already did a wiggle. You can tell by how my ears. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Here's some bonus wiggles for the wiggle, 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 wiggle. Bonus wiggles. But at any rate, this is great. Now we have a promising lead. Let's head for this village right away, Master.
Sounds good to me, but just so you're aware, we might not be able to get there by nightfall.
Time to recruit more party members.
Yeah, time to get more people. I think it's better if we don't move around too much in the middle of the night, so to find a good place to make camp, don't be shy about doing just that, okay?
Don't worry about that. I hate going out of forest march. If I have to go hiking, I make sure to take it nice and slow. Like, I don't do physical activity. I don't do exhaustion. As long as I'm around, I won't be letting anybody push themselves too hard, not even if they wanted to. Just saying.
Alright, time to this cave. No battles. Only talking. I love Ganesh.
Well, we'll be heading back out at dawn. Pepe, are you sure you don't need some sleep?
What about you, Mashi? You're still standing watch this late.
I'm a demi-servant, so I'm fine with going without sleep for a while.
Funny how you're okay without sleep, but the divine spirit servant over there apparently cannot get enough. Well, that's okay. Works out nicely for me. Mind if I stand watch with you for a while?
No, that's fine with me.
That was only a premise, of course. I actually just waiting for a good chance to ask you this. Did you get a chance to talk to Ophelia?
Yes, I did. We didn't have a lot of time, but I still feel like we said a lot. Much more than we ever expressed to each other in Chaldea.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. She always did have a good heart-to-heart with you. I could tell. So, what'd you talk about?
Well, one of our topics was romance.
Ooh, girl, no way. Seriously? No, give me all the dish. Ooh. Oh, what I wouldn't have given to have been a fly on the wall for that. I can't think of anything better than Ophelia than talking about romance. I can just imagine the three of us just chatting over a nice cup of tea, hours passing in the blink of an eye.
Did you know what happened to everyone? Do you know what happened to everyone, Pepe?
I heard what happened from Kishtara and the others, yes, but those are just boring old facts. That's not what I really wanted to know. That's why I wanted to ask you about them directly. I see. I don't think there's anything I need to keep secret, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Even though I'm a crypto. Even though I'm your enemy.
Yes, I remembered that, despite everything that's happened, that we're still both members of Team A. That hasn't changed just because you're a crypto now, too.
I see. I just love, like, the Ganesh, like, snoring. Just like... Just real good and loud and right there. I'm sure Kurdark, Ophelia, and Akuta are frustrated by how things turned out, but I doubt they have any regrets. So they all fought bravely. And here I am, just pathetically doing whatever I can to survive.
I don't think that's anything you need to feel bad about.
Hey, I'm still on the crypto side. I can't help but be a bit frustrated, too. No matter how hard it is to survive, I still find myself thinking there might be a better way to end things. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring down the mood. If things don't go your way, even after you've struggled as much as you can, your only choice is to give up and move on. I've just had to come to terms with that again. That's just my lot in life, I am afraid. Nothing I do ever quite seems to work out. Really, but you've always seemed to me like you excel at everything you do. Oh, that's only because I stick to things I know I can do. No, I'm not talking about fate or destiny, but hey, that can be extremely motivating in its own right. And it's not like I've given up on everything, you know. Alright, I think it's time to go to bed. A complexion this perfect requires plenty of sleep. Besides, how could I look Ophelia in the eye if I neglected my own skincare after I admonished hers? Thank you for telling me what happened with the other Crypto Smashie. Good night, dear. Kisses.
Of course. Good night, Pepe.
And more quartz! More quartz! Alright, let's see how this one is. You know what? Ooh, what's this one? I don't know what it is, but let's find out. Section 8. Section 8. Day number 2.
Oh no, Sacred Beasts!
Good morning to you too, Sunshine.
Kya!
Damn secret beasts. Of all the luck running into a huge pack of them like this. It seems luck was not on our side. Actually, I don't know whose voice this is, so I'm just gonna speak normally. It seems luck was not on our side today. I was hoping we could pass them by without incident, but oh well. I'm so sorry. I was so close to them, I ended up drawing my bow in fear. Don't worry about it. The blame is partly mine for forgetting how it feels to hold a weapon for the first time. I'll need to reevaluate both the technical and mental aspects of our training program. At any rate, the rest of you hurry back to the village. I'll hold them off here.
But...
No buts. We can't risk leading them towards the village. Besides, the more commotion we make, the more likely they'll be captured by the Lokapala one we've been hearing rumors about. The Lokapala are said to serve God directly and have incredible power of their own right. The moment that they find us, it's over. We can't let that happen. I could manage them on my own if it came to that, but you or the village caught their eye, it would be disastrous. So I want you all to head back to the Dival ahead of me, and don't forget the supplies we collected. But you cannot possibly handle them all on your own. Don't worry, my plan isn't to defeat them. I'm just buying us some time, and I am well accustomed to trials of endurance. Besides, I already told you. I am no human. I am something else, something with the power of 1,000 ordinary people. A shadow of humanity who manifested in this land by the grace of the rightful gods.
Who are you?
I know this isn't the first time we've had to stay behind, but man, it sucks not being able to actually drive around in our own vehicle. What's the point of even having it?
Don't be ridiculous. If the enemy were to find out and destroy the border, the jig would be well and truly up. Camouflage function or not, we still need to make sure we stay out of sight at all times. That mad dash we made to pick up the field team during the Kali Yuga was under the most extenuating of circumstances. There will be no repeat performance.
Yeah, I was just grumbling. I know you're right about this one, Gordy.
Oh, just a moment. Do you think you could stop and hide in that tall grass over there?
Yes, I can set the Orthonax to silent mode. Please be quiet as you can, everyone.
That's a lot of sacred beasts.
Luckily, they don't seem to have noticed us. Let's stay here and wait for them to pass.
They're clearly very pretty to look at. No wonder these people call them agents of the gods.
They're really just like any other animal, without any collie around, huh? I wonder what they eat. Like, maybe could we use food to tame them? I have food. Look, I'm just saying it's a great idea.
They're gone. Good. Let's keep going. It shouldn't be much further to our destination of the village.
Boo!
I see something. It must be over there. Thank goodness we didn't run into any trouble on the way.
Like, I like the wall that they put up here. It gives this place a real freedom fighter vibe.
The mayor of Bichu did say that they go around fighting the Kali here. If anything, I would be surprised if their village wasn't fortified like this. Yo! Come on, hurry!
It's us! Open up the gate, quickly! Those people seem to be in an awfully big hurry to get inside. I wonder what that was all about.
Looks like they were far enough away from them that they didn't notice us.
But you did see there have only been modified farm implements, but they were still carrying weapons. They really do seem to be different from the people of Bichu. We might be able to learn something here.
I think you're right.
Let's go and see. Seems that they're not opening up the gate for us. And they're not answering when we knock, either. Hey! Open up the gate for us. I'll have you know that most nations would be thrilled to have me pay them a visit.
Let me see if I can hear anything from the inside. Who is that? Is someone here?
No. This is it. They have found us. We are done for.
What do we do? What are we going to do?
How should I know? There is no way we can fight them off on our own. We'll just have to keep the gate closed until she is back. Oh, it is a woman. Cool.
I'm not sure why, but they sound very agitated.
I've got a bad feeling about this, and my bad feelings about this thing sort of always have a way of being right and turning my stomach.
At least we know that there are people inside. And since we're servants, we could probably just jump over the wall if, like, we have to. Of course, just because we can doesn't mean...
You there, what are you doing here?
Ooh?
A servant reading. Well, seems luck is today with you, master. Of course, we aren't sure yet whether it's good luck or bad luck. Whoever the servant is, they're headed the way to the top speed. Be on your guard.
Who are you, random servant person, so I know what voice to give you?
They just jumped clean over us and landed at the top of the gate.
I don't know who you are!
It's a servant we've never met before.
Well, that is too bad. It would have made things a lot simpler if you'd already known each other.
I hate getting chewed out by strangers. It's like 100 times worse when it's somebody you know. What I'm trying to say is this lady looks really pissed off at us, and maybe we should probably do something about that. Hi, Ducket! Hi!
That divine aura. Curses. Despite my best efforts, it looks like you finally found us. You must be the ones to serve the false god, the Lokapala.
Yo, no. You and I are on the same side. We're both like, hey, yo, you know what? God's doing some bad shit. Whoa. Slow down. Us, the Lokapala? You must be joking.
Don't lie to me. It can be a coincidence that you've shown up now.
I think I actually like that voice a lot better.
Besides, I've heard you planning to invade our village by jumping over these walls.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. I only mentioned jumping the wall to rule it out as like a bad
So, you continue to lie to me? Very well. If you have finally learned of my existence, then the existence of this village that seeks the end of the false god cycle, then so be it.
I will run and hide no longer. If the time has come to fight, then I shall rise to the challenge. Prepare yourselves. Lokapala, you will not be taking anything from me this day. Even if I must face God, this time, I will make sure to defend my home to the very end.
Aw, shit. Time. Looks like it's time to go. You know what? I do not know anything about this girl, so I am gonna go with like my safety choice of where's Merlin? Where's your boy? Update the list, please. Hello. I would like one Merlin. One Merlin, please. I know way too many of you. Where is a Merlin? I know you have Merlin at some point. Support screen. Stop being a pain in the butt. There's one of them. There's 10, 1, 10. You know what? Fine. I will. Oop. Return. I will take the 10, 1, 10. I'll take it. Lit. There we go. We'll go to this one. We'll call it this one. Yo, where's my dick wizard? I can't wait until I have one of my own and then I don't have to search through everybody else's dang support list. Then I can just put the support on the back line and just call it a day. But I know next to nothing about this particular person, so I'm gonna go with this. 300 Scotties, 150 waivers, 2 Merlins, and 1 Tama. Everybody's friends list. Pretty much, yeah. Is what it is. Alright. Let's build this up. Especially because we got a freaking break bar. And if there's nothing I hate more than a break bar. Though we all know why there's a break bar, don't we, Merlin? Did you do it? Did you do it? Yeah, you did it. You did it, bud. Let's build this up. Da, ba, ba, ba. Though I will say the gun is pretty sweet. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Blame the Merlin. Blame the Merlin. Yeah, because he broke the game. He broke the game, so they're like, you know what? To counteract Merlin's existence, break bars. Blame Subway Footlong. Blame the 12-inch Merlin. I love how she refuses to hit anybody else. It is kind of hilarious at this point. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Like, just refuses to hit Ku. We are fighting a servant we do not know. A servant we have no idea who this is. It is interesting because we don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna let the NP go off. And I'll just use John's. And I hate it. Genshin says Jean, and like I see that name and I'm like, ah yes, that's Jean. Some bosses do in fact have a caster attack bias. That's true. I do know that. But like, there it goes. There we go. Now you attacked. When it doesn't mean anything, that's when you've attacked. Okay, I guess. Go off, I suppose. Alright, I think this will be a good idea. We will go this way, this way, this way. Time to make Bustin' feel good. All I know is if I use one Noble Phantasm in front of another one, it makes the other one super good. Like the Salter Anniversary fight with 2 break bars, only attacked casters specifically to counter Merlin. She was mad. She was angry. Oh, yeah, look at that sweet... Look at all that sexy damage. Oh, you know what? I'm actually glad you did that, because protection from arrows is up again. Ha-ha! And you know what else? We got more. You want round 2? Smexy damage. Alright. This is the time where I'm gonna, you know... Oh no, that didn't work. I hate that. I hate the fact that has like a chance to fail. And it's pretty high. That one sucks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, here's me hoping that it doesn't try and just now unload on your boy. Cool, please. Please don't just die in one turn. I will be sad. Okay. Yep, nope, that's fine. I'm okay with this. I am completely fine with everything that just happened. I'm in fact so okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the NP. Mostly just because I want defense up. And we still have, like, Merlin's a thing that we've literally never used this entire ass time. Come on, hit me more. Hit me more. I'm just sitting here the entire time, like, harder. Hit me harder so my NP gauge fills up faster. Merlin's illusion skill, the one in the middle, there's just like... We have not... I just said harder. I didn't say the other part. Tebet, don't put words in my mouth. I said hit me harder. I want my NP gauge full. I did not say any of the words that you were inferring as though I did. This time, I did not stick my own foot in my mouth. My shoes do not, in fact, taste delicious.
Hiya!
Oh. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Bustin' makes me feel good. Boy, gonna hurt. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. This bitch empty. Yeet. Rip. Thank you. Thank you, Koo. Thank you for being the best. FBI, open up. All right, and then we're back to our regularly scheduled, usual farming. No, I have not used one of the bound ones. I have not done so yet. Because I only have one currently. Let's see. Yes, I'm aware. I'm well aware indeed. The foxwoman's up to something. Isn't she? Then if I may, allow me to tell you something
something of great importance.
Hello, Android.
Oh, no. Of course, I wouldn't leave the decision of what to do with this information entirely in your capable hands. All I would humbly ask of you is your attention. That said, I must stress that depending on how things turn out, matters could grow very serious indeed. Why, what if my colleague, one of the foreign god's disciples, ostensibly sent here to help you? Were to become very sort of thing you would cast out of your world.
Please, listen to us. The Lokapala are our enemy as well. We only came here in the hope of finding allies who would help us fight against them.
Talk is cheap. I have lost track of how many times someone claiming to be my friend has betrayed me.
Hey, look! She's back! And she's fighting to protect us! We're saved!
Then those are the Lokapata. Damn it, they finally found our village.
Please, my lady, help us! The Lokapalas showed right after we got to the village. We've been barring the gate and holding out until you've arrived.
There, you see? I knew you couldn't be trusted. Ugh. What did I tell you? Misunderstandings only invite further misunderstandings. I've seen this sort of thing before, back at the clock tower. No, all of my life, really. I would walk around one day and realize that everyone had forsaken me, even though I didn't do anything wrong. Well, maybe that's not entirely accurate. There was that one time
Sorry, hun, but we don't have...
Sorry, hun, but we don't have that yet. Story's gonna have to wait, okay? The circumstances being what they are, she doesn't seem to be truly trying to kill us, though she's certainly very hard-handed. Her movements are as firm as her beliefs, it seems.
Hey, Rama! Are you feeling this too?
I am. It's faint, but she definitely has the air of a divine spirit. Maybe she's a pseudo-servant, like you. Good grief. I knew India had an expansive pantheon, but this can't be the answer for everything, can it? One does not generally run into divine spirit at every corner, so to speak. Forget that. How do we even get her to listen to us? We'd never get anywhere if we don't clear up this misunderstanding.
Yeah, we've been over this. She is not listening.
Fool. Well, aren't you going to try to scale these walls? You'll need to do better then.
Is that...
What's that in distance? What's going on? What's that?
She seems to be looking at something far away. What's going on? Well, this certainly is less than optimal. I know you're in the midst of a battle, but I strongly urge you to take the noting of your surroundings, particularly what's behind you, and immediately.
Holmes?
Shit! What? Sacred beasts.
Huh? What? Wait, the specs look kind of familiar. Are these the ones that passed by us earlier?
Those were going in a different direction. I'm pretty sure they didn't notice us at all. Maybe there's something here that lured them this way.
The caps are here! Split!
A different group from the sacred beasts we've encountered earlier. Of all the times for them now to show up. No, this is a coincidence. It only makes sense that the Lakapala would have means to control them. They must be trying to make their way into our village and cleanse it, especially since one of our elderly died this morning. Begone, foul agents of false god! You will not be claiming our dead today! My, she does make for quite a striking figure, doesn't she? She certainly does. She must be the manifestation of a noble heroic spirit, here to guide the people of this place along with Pop.
Hello, Draznagul. Hello. I'm doing super good. We finished our collab today with Dr. Lexia, and now we are doing a little bit of Fate Go. After we finish Section 8, I'm thinking of wrapping it up, and then we're gonna find somebody to raid.
That and I just got a low battery sign. So, that also works out well.
What happened? Did something knock her off the wall?
No, it looks to me like she sort of, lost her footing.
Now she's wiggling around where she fell. It looks like her feet are stuck in some hole in the ground.
Curses! I can't believe I fell into one of the pitfalls we dug to prepare for the next Kali attack. Give me a moment. I will be out of here in no time.
Thank you, Dresnickel. Thank you. Mwah! Looks like they've pissed off about the dramatic tension evaporating, though I could just be projecting there.
We can't let the sacred beast hurt her while she's incapacitated. Let's take them down and keep her safe. Master!
You know what? Get him! Pitter patter, let's get at it! Let's go, team! Hey boys, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen ya beautiful divine mugs. And so you know what I got to say about that, about all this divine muggins that's going on. Yeah, I'd have to say that I don't appreciate it. And that I would like you to take an Edmond Dantes straight to the face hole. Just a straight NP right to the face, cause I don't want to deal with none of your bullshit. None of it today. Not having none of it. And another one gone, and another one gone, and another one bites the dust. Alright, time for the last one. Oh, and that one's a big one. And it's really ugly. You know, I will say, and this one is hideous. I'm guessing you're a big fan of Ishtar. My number 1 and 2 are Merlin and Edmond Dantes, but that's because I'm pretty basic. Though Ishtar is pretty good, I do like her. Ooh, I'm getting closer to that to 136. I don't know if that does anything, but it's nice. Other than give me, you know, extra stamina, extra more AP.
All hostiles from our vicinity eliminated. Well done, everyone.
Well, now do you understand we aren't your enemy?
Yes, I do, but I am not so foolish to insist otherwise at this point. I see now I was gravely mistaken. No one who would fight against the sacred beast could possibly be allies of the false god. I am truly, sincerely sorry, and I thank you for your assistance. Please tell me why you have come here. No, on second thought, it is only right that I tell you about myself first.
Yes, you have a point. All right then. Let me first ask you this. Are you a divine spirit?
Yes, and no. I am a servant, but right now, a goddess resides within my body, sharing her power with me. When I was first summoned to this land, she was already there inside of me.
There have been plenty of cases where divine spirit would inhabit a person from the past to become a servant. And since heroic spirit servants are technically people from the past, I guess it makes sense that a divine spirit could inhabit one of them too. Though, I definitely haven't heard of any cases where it happened quite like this.
I expect it's because the god and I happen to share the same name. I believe having words, sounds, and names match is very significant when it comes to magecraft. Then again, I was originally given this name in the hopes of receiving her blessing, so perhaps it isn't much of a coincidence after all.
You don't say. Okay, that makes some sense. So what's your name, Hein?
Lakshmi. And I am the Rani of Jhansi, a land which once existed in India, who was named for her. My real name is Lakshmi Bai.
Hey, Rama, you got anything to say about this? Yo, Vishnu, got anything? Got anything back there? Rattling in your brain? Nope. Good? Okay.
Foo-foo.
Lakshmi Bai.
I would like to think that anyone would be a bit embarrassed to recount the history of their own life, no matter how proud of that life they may be.
That's why Holmes has been unusually quiet. Alright then, I guess I'll...
Lakshmi Bai is a hero from the 19th century India, known for her role in the Indian Rebellion.
Oh! Thanks for jumping in, Captain. Why don't you take it from here?
Despite being born to royalty, she took up a sword and led a small rebel army in order to protect her nation of Jhansi. She was known far and wide for her leadership and charisma. At the time, revolts were breaking out all across India, under a manner of different number of circumstances. When the small states tried to revolt, the neighboring nations would often end up siding with the British, insulating the rebellions, cutting them off from working with like-minded people of other regions. But if the Jhansi rebels managed to hold back until the very end, and it was all thanks to their exceptional leader, Lakshmi Bai.
I wouldn't call myself exceptional. I was just flailing about trying to hold everything together as best I could. Between Kunwar Singhne, Taitya, Tope, and so many others to name, there were no end of leaders more talented than me. All that aside, you sound like you know a lot about our struggle. Are you Indian yourself? Welcome aboard, Saba Sir, to the SS Otterworldly Traveler. Please enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it.
I'm nobody, just another nameless. Doesn't matter where I'm from. I'm done now. Over now.
Well, while we're at it, we should probably go over our divine spirit, Lakshmi. Though I'm sure that Ganesha and Rama know a lot more about her than I do. In Indian mythology, Lakshmi is known as the goddess of fortune, prosperity, beauty, and
the consort of Vishnu. That's right. That's right. Then could it be? I am an avatar of Vishnu, and Saita, an avatar of Lakshmi. Saita, are you in there? If you are, I'll be able to feel your presence. Oh, this is getting real creepy, dude. Back up. I'm guessing this is clear to all of you as well, given her grip on my skull is strong enough, bones are starting to crack. But unfortunately, I sense no trace of Saita inside of her.
Who's this man? Advancing on the woman he has never met before as to propose to her. Do you mind if I break him? I understand how you feel, but please go easy on him. Rama has his own complicated history. I see. I suppose I cannot blame him for misunderstanding. I should have been more precise. The goddess Lakshmi exists within me more as a power source than anything else. I can barely sense her consciousness at all. It's almost as though her heart has been implanted in me to provide me with energy. I doubt my output can measure up to that of an unadulterated divine spirit. So I am afraid I am not the manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi so much as the core of that human, Rani Lakshmi Bai, with the elements of a goddess.
Then, Saita really doesn't exist inside of you, as I suspected. Right. Of course she doesn't. Now that I think about it, if she had, I would have sensed her before you had introduced yourself. But I was not even to tell that the deity within you was Lakshmi. You must have only her divine power and nothing else of her consciousness.
Ganesha didn't realize who you were either. Of course, that might be because he was never very close to you, seeing how you were just up there in the pantheon as his mom, Parvati. Ganesha, now that you mention it, I do sense a divine presence inside of you. One that I would never in a million years would have guessed by looking at you. You know? Yeah, I know it's true, but believe me, I have spent pretty much this entire time wishing that it was all just some sort of weird joke.
And I am Rama, king of Kosala. Surely you have heard of me as well as my beloved Saita.
Oh, of course! There is not a soul in India who does not know your name. Forgive me, I thought you were just unusually useful young man who had not yet learned how to behave around a woman. Maybe now's a good time you hear us out. Good point. We have a bunch of things that we need to tell you about. Who we are, how we got here, what we're trying to do. It's a long story, but I hope you bear with us. And I think that's about sums it up.
Hold it. What about me? I thought you were saving the most important figure in our group for the end, so as to make a lasting impression.
Yes, this is Gordolf Music, who I absolutely, positively, definitely didn't forget to introduce. Nope! And as you can probably tell from this sheer girth, I mean his dignified stature, he is our commander-in-chief.
Ha! Indeed I am. I am a stout build as a mark of a true elite. After all, as the commanding officer here, I expect you to treat me with all due respect.
I have one question for you. Are you British?
No, I'm not.
What about you?
me. That would be telling, hon. And you've got to get to know me better first. I suppose I can at least tell you that no, I'm not British either. Though I did spend a good bit of time at the clock tower. Oh boy! Well, that's one last... Oh boy. Well, that's one last person in our group I should introduce you to. Sorry, Holmes, the jig is up. You can't keep hiding forever. I assure you, I was doing no such thing. I was only waiting for a more opportune moment once things had settled down. Good day, Miss Lakshmi. Bye. Sherlock Holmes, detective at your service. Are you British?
Are you British?
Yes, I am. Oh, that's not good.
The Indian Rebellion, was it? Well, it was a war for India's independence against its colonizers, the British. And since Lakshmi Bai lost her life in that conflict, I imagine that she would have some strong feelings about it. Though I do get the impression that there's someone else here with a little connection to that. Oh well, guess it's not my place to say anything here.
It was only a few years old when the war broke out, so while I can't personally apologize for my country's actions...
No, it is all right. I am sorry, that was rude of me.
There is little sense in my asking that. It is just an old habit, when I can't seem to shake. You have nothing to apologize for. It's for me to say whether you should or shouldn't feel that way. And it's not for me to say whether or not you should or should not feel that way. Nor is it for me to say whether you should hold on to those feelings or try to forget them. All I can say is for sure that our country's histories are intertwined. Certainly neither of us can pretend otherwise. If this hadn't come up now, Pearl would no doubt have noticed the air of discomfort between us. And gone to learn what had happened between our countries for herself.
As though I wasn't aware that Britain was like my land now. And as though I haven't literally told how the English language spread around. Was basically Britain being like, time for me to colonize everywhere and take land and be like, yeah, it's mine. Also, now you have to learn the English language and all my customs because fuck you, that's why. Look, as a person of the Americas, I know a lot about, Britain. As currently, we celebrated not that long ago. We fought for our own independence from Britain. Because fuck King George.
We were called the colonies. If there's any meaning to be found by having these people from the past come together like this, besides the role we play as servant, of course, I suspect it lies there.
Agreed. And I will think of you as no more than a man by the name of Sherlock Holmes. Besides, under these circumstances, the more allies we have, the better. Then, does that mean you consider us allies? It was difficult to convince the people of Duval the wrongness of the situation, but once I did, they agreed to work together to forge their own destiny. Their village here is now the base for such like-minded people. And as you are warriors fighting against a god just like us, I would be honored if you fought at our side.
It's a deal, honey.
Foo-foo! Foo-foo!
We have rebelled against the Drintness by denying tea. We dumped that shit in the harbor, which is really sad. Because I'm sure that tea was probably pretty good.
I guess the counterforce must have summoned you too. Have you been here long? Yes. I say it's been at least 10 days since I've arrived.
Then you must have been caught up in the world's recreation a number of times. How did you survive? God or no, remaking the entire Lost Bells is a major undertaking, honey. Arjuna wouldn't just change how he goes about it just because a servant's been added to the mix. So as long as he doesn't think of you as unnecessary or defective, I expect he'd just bring you back along with all the other people. It just galls me thinking how our very survival in this Lost Belt is completely dependent on his absurdly arbitrary standards. It is natural for gods to be somewhat self-centered, giving their immense power, but Arjuna definitely takes it too far. Oh, speaking of which, you should know there's already got his eye on us. So, if you join us, you're sure to wind up with a whole evil label on you, and you won't be able to survive the world being remade anymore.
That's fine. I could only have been a matter of time before he took notice of me anyway. Besides, you all have a way to avoid the destruction, yes? So if it comes to that, I will be counting on your help. You mean the border? Of course you do. Welcome to join us there, wouldn't she?
The border is the last battalion of hope for all humanity. We can't just go letting run the old servant we meet on it. Under ordinary circumstances anyway, but in this case I suppose we do have a fair handle on her true name and background. It would be a shame to lose a valuable ally so soon as to finding one. Very well, I will authorize you to enter the border in case of emergency.
You have my gratitude.
Of course, ideally it would be quite finished up with this pacing long before even using that preposterous chasm again. You said it, honey. Fortunately, the only thing he ever does for that is the end of the Kali Yuga. So it would be just peachy if we could put a stop to all that before then.
So now that we got a new ally and all, like, what's our next step?
I've already got something in mind for all that. There have been risks involved, naturally, but the rewards should be significant. Jesus, Holmes, you are just spouting on. Now that we're in the middle of the first relatively peaceful Yuga, and especially now since we have more allies, this would be the perfect time to investigate one thing in particular. Which is? Don't leave me sitting here.
Remember that thing we've been wondering about ever since we came to this lost belt? The biggest and most mysterious thing here by far, and it's got to contain some useful information. Now we want you guys to finally go investigate it. Guys, the god Sky Boulder.
And that is where we will be leaving it off today. And Wednesday we'll pick back up on Section 9.
And then hopefully, if all goes well, our first actual big boss fight. One of the first big 3 throughout the Thoth Belt. So, I'm gonna go to the just chatting screen for a bit. To be continued. Yes, to be continued. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out. It was really fun to play Starbound and finish it. I have no idea what's going on, but you like the voices. You know what, Ducket? That's all that matters. It is Captain makes funny voices and then does some strategy card playing. And sometimes it's just me being like, Edmund Dantes, go! I just throw him at the enemy and I'm just like, all right, bust him down. Bust him down with the quick go burr. Green card go burr. Green means go. Do not stop. We collecting all the stuff. All the stars. But it's been a really fun time. See you, Section 9. I am excited. Because if we get through Section 9, I know that if we get to Section 10, there is a boss fight eventually. Somebody warned me about the fact that Section 10 has a boss fight. And I am excited. So, that's where we will be going next time. But for now, I have to see ourselves about a raid target. Who are we gonna raid? Let's see. We've got some people doing some ASMR, some League of Legends, some Dungeons and Dragons, some Bloodborne, and some Valheim. And some Detroit Become Human. What are we thinking about watching today?
Thank you, Glitch Effect. I will be taking care.
So what are we thinking about doing? I mean, I would be happy with raiding any and all of the friends of the people that I would like to show you guys content of. But it's up to you guys. What do you want to see? Feel free to shout it out. Ooh, we also have some Dark Souls. You like the sound of D&D? D&D? Does everybody want D&D? Cause that I'm down. I'm down for some D&D. Especially because that's what I'll be doing on Sundays. Maybe. All right, D&D. All right, we are raiding Runa. /raid Runa. Alright, now we gotta get a super cool raid message. Dungeons and Dragons and drinking. A perfect Dungeons and Dragons and drinking. Let's see if I can actually fucking spell dungeons. answer is no, I can't spell dungeons. One of these days I will be able to spell dungeons. Why am I inability to spell? Why does this plague me? Okay. There we go. There's that. And if you are not subscribed, feel free to use the virtual hug emote instead. So I would like to once again thank everybody who came to stay and hung out, and all of the people who rated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. I love you all. I have been your Captain Pearl. I will see you guys later, and I hope that you have a wonderful sail away. Bye-bye!